for the pressure that he was on based on the transfer fee. Do you think he's lived up to it now, Carlton? You mentioned it earlier about how much he was worth.
Yeah, well, he had a poor time at Chelsea. I mean, we know he's a quality player. That is for sure. And when you look at the fee that Arsenal went and paid for him, given his performances at Chelsea, you're thinking, well, I don't think anybody thought it was a good bit of business. But Mikel Arteta, you know, he stuck to his guns. He said, that's the player I want to bring to the football club. He stuck with him. He had a difficult start when he first went there, and he stuck with him, and he's given him the belief. And now he's becoming the main man for Arsenal in terms of goals. His movement today, he wasn't pinned down in any one position. He was allowed to float all over the pitch, and I thought he had a very good game. Yeah,
I mean, all this talk about Arsenal needing that big striker, that one that would deliver 30 goals a season, that sort. You got Kai Havertz in pretty decent form. You got Gabriel Jesus recently in pretty decent form as well. Does that negate Arsenal's need for that main striker, you feel?
I just think a striker sometimes takes the pressure off the rest of the team. But if you've got a team that can chip in with plenty of goals, I think Odegaard could probably do with a couple more. Rice maybe could do with a couple more. But when you've got people like Havertz and Martinelli's chipping in and Saka scores plenty, I think as long as it's getting shit, as long as you put the ball in the back of the net enough times over a season, it doesn't matter where they come from, but you need your team, you know, rather than relying on number 9, if the rest of the team need to take responsibility and score their fair share.
Yeah, I just think that the real value with Havertz is his versatility. You know, so he can play as almost a 9, you know, he can play as a 10, he can do a midfield role for you. I think his understanding of the game is really high-end. You know, how he drifts into different positions, how he almost disengages from the game at times, and he appears not to be a threat. But the fact that he's not a threat is exactly what he becomes, a threat, because, you know, he almost gets unmarked by opponents and then times his movement to get in on the end of opportunities and chances.
Well, when you look at it last season, like I said, they only finished 5 goals behind Man City, who've got Erling Haaland, who scores all the goals. So, and they keep more clean sheets. They concede less goals. I mean, I think, what have they conceded now this season? They've only conceded 16 goals, which is a lot for them because they only conceded 29 goals for the whole of last season. You know, so they're not, you know, they're not far off the goals. What they've got to do is, like I said, they've drawn 6 games. You cannot draw that many games if you want to win the league title. You can't do it.